everyone, welcome back to my channel, Just One More, Storytime with Alliana. The book that I'm sharing with you this evening is one that really changed for me when I read it again as a mom. Hear more about it during our book talk at the end of the video. The book that I'm sharing today is called The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Here is the blurb. Every day the boy would come to the tree to eat her apples, swing from her branches, or slide down her trunk. And the tree was happy. But as the boy grew older, he began to want more from the tree, and the tree gave and gave and gave. Here is the giving tree. Once there was a tree and she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come. Really quick, you'll notice some personification when it comes to the tree. The tree is almost like a person, the way that the trunk moves, the branches and the leaves move. So pay close attention to that. And every day the boy would come and he would gather her leaves. And make them into crowns and play king of the forest. And I just notice it now, the tree is like bowing down. Right. He would climb up her trunk. And swing from her branches. And eat apples. And they would play hide and go seek. I wonder where the boy is. Is he behind the rock? No. That's what I imagine the tree saying. You know when you play hide and seek with your kids and you pretend you don't know where they are, but you do know where they are. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree. Very much. And the tree was happy. You can see the little carving there. But time went by. And the boy grew older. See another set of legs there. And the tree was often alone. I really like this page. I like how Shel Silverstein shows her arms crossed. Then one day, the boy came to the tree and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I'm too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples." "Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy. Y'all, before this page, I was like, no, he's not gonna do it. He won't take her apples. But then it's called the giving tree, right? So he took them. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk, swing from my branches, and be happy." "I'm too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife, and I want children, and so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And I know what you're thinking. I know it. You're like, no, he wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't. Whenever I get to this page, Mila always says, "Oh no, what happened?" That's what she always says. And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And there's just like a lot like of little nuggets that you see in the book, like just the symbolism that their little carvings remains with the trunk, and then the carving that he had with the girl like went away with him, and just the fact that like it was cut right in half. There's like a lot of symbolism there. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I'm sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone. My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing from them. I am too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb. I'm too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," said the tree. "I wish that I can give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could, "well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down. Sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. And there you have it, The Giving Tree. I love this book. Oh my gosh. So Storytime, our book talk. When I was a substitute teacher, I always carried a stack of read alouds with me. And this was always one of the books that I carried with me just in case we had extra time at the end of class. And so one day, like with this particular fourth grade class, we had like 30 minutes at the end of the day. And so I picked this book because none of them have read it before. I'm like, perfect, you know. And y'all, like in the middle of the read aloud, I was crying because I was just moved by the book. And so, true story, I had one student on one side, like patting my shoulder, I had another, like grabbing me tissues, and then the rest of the students were like, why is she crying? Yeah, that book gets me every time. It gets me even now. Like, I told myself I wasn't gonna cry during this story. So, but in the very beginning of the video, I said that this book changed for me when I became a mom. And this is what I mean by that. So when I was a teacher and when I owned this book, I read it to my students. I think I was crying because I think it was like almost out of anger. Like I felt hurt because the boy kept taking and taking and the tree kept giving and giving. And it, to me, it seemed like a toxic relationship where no one was really benefiting except the boy, right? And I felt bad for the tree, and I was angry at the tree for continuing to give, and I was also angry at the boy. So I think that's why I was mostly upset when I read the book. But when I became a mom, just reading this book through the lens of a mom really just transformed the meaning of it for me, because now I see this as like a mother and son relationship. And as you know, I have a son. I have two kids, and I don't get angry when I read it anymore. It's like, oh, yeah, that's what moms do. You know what I mean? Like that's what I do. That's what I would do for my children. And even though the tree is giving, 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 there is reward and satisfaction in doing that. Because I think love is also giving and love is also receiving, you know? And so, yeah, seeing this through the lens of a mom really changed it for me. And I really appreciate the book for what it is now. And what's cool about Shel Silverstein and the Giving Tree is that he purposefully made it so that way there can be so many different interpretations. So for some people it could be a mother and a son. Initially I saw it as like, a relationship between a boy and a girl, so it's really open to interpretation. And I'm curious to know how you perceive the book. Send your ideas to my email, allianapalman@gmail.com. I would love to hear it. So, yeah, this is The Giving Tree. I hope you enjoyed the book as much as I enjoyed reading it to you. Thank you for joining me again this evening on my channel. If you are new, please subscribe. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and catch me every Sunday where I will share a new story. I'll see y'all next week. Again, this is just one more story time with Alliana. All right, bye y'all.